Here's the unfortunate truth. A lot of people are literally like garbage trucks. When you think about a garbage truck, regardless to what country you live in, garbage trucks goes around to all of these different neighborhoods and they pick up all of the stuff that people don't want. And when you think about the average person today, it's like they allow people to empty into their mind all of the stuff that they want, that they don't want. People don't want poverty. They don't want their family members to be murdered. They don't want the economy to be bad. They don't want hunger. They don't want all of these negative things. And if you really think about it, like that's what gets the most attention in our world, especially online. And it's like we allow all of these people to dump into our minds all of the stuff that they don't want. And when you think about this, 70% of your body is made up of water. And there's been so many studies done about the different molecules and how when you put something negative to the water, it changes the actual molecule that was originally designed for it, just based on something being labeled negative. Not even speaking to it, but when you speak to it, that even changes the water molecule even further. But when you think about us as humans, we're made up of 70+% of water, and we allow people to dump all of their garbage into us. So if 70% of us, our makeup is water, what do you think it's doing to us? However, it's the thing that we run to the most. And so we allow people to dump into us. They feel better, but we're left with their garbage. And unfortunately, a lot of us, that's what we seek. We seek garbage because it's like the garbage is entertaining. And what it really does, in all full transparency, it allows us to take a vacation from our garbage and give it to somebody else by focusing on somebody else's garbage. And I think that one of the most effective things to do is to take your garbage, them take their garbage and dump it all. And us not, recycle each other's garbage because, sometime, and it's very unfortunate, like we actually, if it's people that we don't like, we actually like to see their downfall, their demise. When you think about it from a political perspective, I don't like, I care nothing whatsoever about politics. And I mean, you could take that however you want to, but people are so focused on either a Democrat or a Republican. And it's like, if this person is a Democrat and this person is a Republican in office, they hope he fails or they hope she fails or whatever. And it's like, think about what you have to hold in your heart to want somebody else to fail, regardless to what it is. Now it's different when you want like an injustice or something like that. But think about this. Garbage in, garbage out. In order for you to want hell for somebody, that means that you have to possess it first. In order for you to want negativity for somebody else, you have to possess it first. When you think about all of the wickedness that takes place in our world and people just do some just straight up demonic stuff, think about like what has to be in a person's mind and heart for them to want to do this type of harm on somebody. The ability to give is proof of possession. And I don't want to make this too long, but the thing that I want you to understand is that people are really like garbage trucks. They go all to these different neighborhoods, and different neighborhoods can be different social media networks. They could be different channels. They could be different, whatever you want to label neighborhoods as. But the short of it is people go to all of these different neighborhoods and allow people to dump their garbage in. And as a garbage truck, they keep going to all of these different neighborhoods knowing that they're going to just pick up garbage. And that's the same way when it comes to like social media and things like that. People understand that every single day it's going to be a bunch of garbage, and that's what they look for. But I want to challenge you and I want to encourage you to not be a garbage truck, like not be like the average person going around picking up people's garbage. It's so many negative things on the internet, but it's also so many positive things on the internet as well. And there's so many things that's positive in our world. And I encourage you to focus on those things because, again, the ability to give is proof of possession. But if you focus on the positive, you have a much better chance of not being the garbage that people seek to see, but you have a much better chance of truly being the happy, the modelistic person, the people that people want to model their lives after. You have a better chance of being that person. I will tell you, it's not popular. It's not going to be the most popular thing because people like we get off on like exciting things and people's murder and killing and injustice. Like we get off on all of those kind of things, but it's like we don't want to be that. Like we want to see that in other people or entertaining in movies and things like that, but we don't want to have that personal experience ourselves, but we don't realize that when you witness it and you watch it and you seek it out in somebody else, you're indirectly experiencing it, because we don't realize that even a lot of the movies that we watch is creating a micro trauma, in your own life. That's a traumatic experience, even though we don't look at it as that. If you think about a couple years ago, when you watch a man die on live TV, that's a traumatic experience, but that's garbage in. We don't need to see that to know that it exists. And so I want to encourage you to truly guard your gates, guard your mind, guard your mouth, guard, your eyes, the things that you see, because one of the most effective things that you can do is actually literally transform and renew your mind. The way that you think will cause you the way that you speak, and what you say cause what you see. I want to repeat that. What you say dictates what you see. And the more that we hear, the more that we let into our gates, the more it's going to transform and change our language to whatever we're allowing ourselves to be exposed to. And whatever we allow ourselves to be exposed to influences our language, and our language will influence what we see. If you think the world is all set up of racism, that's what you're going to see. If you think, rich people are evil, that's all you're going to see. If you think that this world is incredible and it's abundant, that's what you're going to see. But whatever you seek, you will find. And whatever you find is a large part of based on what you have allowed into your conscious mind, that you've allowed into your gate. So I want to encourage you and even challenge you to transform your mind, renew your mind, and really protect and guard your gates, because garbage should be left in a minefield, and that's not your mind.